Hello and thank you for attending my PowerPoint presentation on Jade, the Elegant and the Mysterious. I bet the vast majority of Firefly skippers skipped because they were down bad for Jade. I know a friend who is. In any case, she is incredibly morally dubious. Hard to say if she's a good guy or a bad guy or somewhere in between, or if that'll even be fixed. Interestingly, her CN name is Fei Cui, which is specifically Jadeite, which is a subset of Jade Stones alongside Nephrite, and not Jade in general. Though I assume they just chose Jade as the EN name because it sounds better than Jadeite. Jade's design draws a lot of inspiration from the Garden of Eden and specifically Lucifer with the whole deal about temptation and whatnot. I found this Reddit post that goes into extreme detail to her design and whatnot, so it's linked in the description. If you want, you can check it out. In any case, like any 5-star erudition, she completely and utterly obliterates pure fiction. In terms of base stats, she just has pretty high base stats across the board. I mean, it's alright. Her basics are not basic. They do blast damage. I mean, they don't do a lot of damage, but it's blast damage. And it's important for her talent. This generates 1 skill point and 20 energy, like most other basics. Her skill makes a single target ally become the Debt Collector and gives them 30 speed for 3 of Jade's turns. While the Debt Collector, Jade cannot use her skill again. After the Debt Collector attacks, she deals an instant of additional quantum damage to each enemy target hit, and also consumes the Debt Collector's HP but equals to 2% of their max HP. If Jade is the Debt Collector for god knows what reason, she does not consume HP or get the speed boost. This consumes 1 skill point and generates 30 energy. After Jade or the Debt Collector attacks, she gains 1 point of charge for each target hit. Upon reaching 8 points of charge, she consumes 8 points to launch a follow-up attack, doing AoE damage. When launching the follow-up attack, she immediately gains 5 stacks of Pawned Asset, each stack giving her a small crit damage buff, but stacking up to 50 times. This does not generate or consume skill point or charge. It generates 10 energy. This is the core part of Jade's kit. Her ult does AoE damage, then enhances her next 2 talent's follow-up attacks, increasing its damage multiplier. This costs 140 energy. I bet some of you wish you were on the enemy's side. After using the technique, she inflicts enemies within an area with blind fealty for 10 seconds. Enemies with blind fealty will not attack allies, and when entering battle via directly attacking enemies with blind fealty, they will all enter combat simultaneously in multiple ways. After entering battle, she will also do damage to all enemies and immediately gain 15 stacks of Pawned Asset. Her A2 trace gives her a stack of Pawned Asset whenever enemies enter combat. She also gets 3 stacks of Pawned Asset whenever the Debt Collector's turn starts. Her A4 trace advances her action by 50% at the start of combat. Her A6 trace gives her 0.5% attack for each stack of Pawned Asset. So now, on top of giving her 120% free crit damage at level 10, she also gets 25% attack for free. She also gets 22.4% quantum damage bonus, 18% attack, and 10% effect res from minor traces. Her E1 gives her talent 32% damage bonus. After the Debt Collector attacks and hits 2 or 1 enemies, she also gains 1 or 2 extra stacks of charge respectively. So basically, the Debt Collector will always generate at least 3 stacks of charge every single attack, which makes her a lot more viable in MOC or Apocalyptic Shadow. Her E2 gives her 18% crit rate when she has at least 15 stacks of Pawned Asset. Her E3 gives +2 trace levels to her skill and talent. Her E4 gives her 12% Death Ignore on all attacks for 3 turns when using her ultimate. Her E5 gives +2 trace levels to her ult and +1 to her basics. And her E6 gives her 20% Quantum Res Pen whenever there is a Debt Collector. When there is a Debt Collector, she also gains the Debt Collector state herself. Her design has always been the mysterious, morally dubious, and elegant kind of design. I don't own the character, I'm not that big of a fan, but I may not be the best person to comment on her viability. I did help a friend to 60k pure fiction a while ago, using his unbuilt Herta as a driver. It was really fun and really satisfying. Pawn Asset may take a little bit to ramp up, but once it does, again, that's 120% crit damage at level 10, 25% attack for free. The HP drain barely matters, except for maybe Blade, who can gain 2 charges per attack, and maybe for sustainless teams. With E1, she also becomes viable in Memory of Chaos or Apocalyptic Shadow, whenever Quantum Week is available, at least. Right now, I don't think there's any. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, do like and subscribe. You might as well check out the other PowerPoints while you're watching this one if you haven't already. Alright, bye.